Father of the library science in India, S.R.Ranganathan, born on 12th August 1892 in Tamil Nadu in India, died on 27 September 1972 in Namma, Bangalore, Karnataka State, India. Father of the library science, S.R.Ranganathan said, "Books are for use. Books are for all. Every book its reader, or every reader his book." S.R.Ranganath Ranganathan was a librarian and mathematician from India. His most notable contributions to the field were his 5 laws of library science and the development of the first major faceted classification system, the column classification. He is considered to be the father of the library science, documentation and information science in India, and is widely known throughout the rest of the world for his fundamental thinking in the field. His birthday is observed every year at the National Librarians' Day in India. Father of the library science, S.R.Ranganathan said, "Books are for use. Books are for all. Every book its reader, or every reader his books are for use. Use it, but don't misuse it. Books are for use." Like yesterday we said, on the dining table, the human rights are not to be kept on the dining table for you to enjoy. Books are not to be kept on the shelf to enjoy. Human rights are not to be kept on the table for you to enjoy. It has to be fought. You have to fight for it and protect it. You have to fight for it and protect it. You have to fight for the books, what is written right inside. Because in every book there is a great amount of revolutionary fight of the mind and the body, and everyone's sweat which comes out of the body after 1,000-man war, the roar of 1,000-man warrior, the greatest pain which hits the bone, and from the bone, the mind which traveled to millions of kilometers, and from that millions of kilometers, just a drop which is put in the form of a book. Books are for use. Just when you use it, you can know the value. Yes, books are not for somebody else. But don't misuse the book. You use the book. Use and misuse. You use anybody, you have to give them a path. You have to fight for them. And then you have to protect them. They are the real father and mother. They are the real uncle and auntie. They are the real teachers and masters. They are the real political masters. They are the real engineers, real doctors, real scientists. When you do not fight for them and you do not protect them, then you are a useless person. You are misusing them. That misuse is dangerous. Yes. If the husband cannot use his wife, use every part of his wife, the deep intimate relationship with the wife, understanding and enjoying every part of the body, every part of the mind and the heart, and observing every moment of his wife, the way she serves the food, the way she takes care of you and your children and the house, that when that is lost, he is actually misusing. And then he must understand, when that happens, the deep intimate relationship starts building it up. Then he started using the book. That book is very valuable because that wife came from so much love, so much of kisses and so much of hugs from the father and mother, which have protected, which have fought for the child, protected that girl and brought her up and put him in a beautiful plate and submitted to the husband. And the husband doesn't fight for her rights, fight for her happiness, fights for her growth, fights for her strength and protects her. That was what our father of the library science, S.R.Ranganathan. Books are for use. Books are for all. And then he introduces his wife to all, and he fights for all, for her. In that introduction, not just introduce and run away, you have to make sure that introduction is so powerful. It stands jab tak suraj janch ke, as long as the sun rises. Books are for all. That deep intimate relationship. And I insist that everybody, if you are a human being, if you think you are a literate, you must read minimum 100 pages, not 10 pages. I don't believe in 1 page to 100 pages. Yes. I was a ruffian, very naughty. Almost every day in the school, so when I was in the school also, almost after one period, if I don't make a fight, I think something went wrong with me. The same when I left the school, I was to college also. My house people was very, very scared, because every day when I go out, by the time I come back, I have made a fight. And one day in my college, in my university, my English prose lecturer said, I don't think anybody has reached this stage without reading a single book. And I got up and said, I have not read a single book. And he thought I was joking at him. He threw me out. He said, get out. He slapped me. He took my bag and threw it outside the classroom, suspected me. I was shocked. Because 2 months before the examination only, I will read by heart and I will pass. But I have never read any books. I do not know books, because I seen my friends reading next to me. When the teachers are taking class, they read next to me all novels. And one day I opened the book. I was shocked. All talking about nonsense, and they are looking at the nonsense. They are not reading properly. They are looking at the end result of whether anybody is going to do this. I don't like all those books. When he threw me out, I thought I might have to read. Nobody is believing me. I kept reading. And just, I'm almost read library, complete library, early morning to night, yes. I kept on buying books around the world. When I go, major part of my book, the international flights allow me 20 or 30 kg of materials. 29 kg will be my books. I kept on reading, yes. And one day I gave my something what I've written, I gave to one of my students. I said, look, and he looked at the paper and gave back. I got very angry with it. I said, I gave you something to read and you have not even read it. He said, I read it. I said, so fast? He said, yes. I said, how? He said, I'm a fast reader. Fast reading, but you should be in conscious state. His name is Rohit Guy. He's now in Dubai. The fast reading helps you to observe things. Books are for use, S.R.Ranganathan said. And he not only that, he was a librarian. He put books in proper order, according to the subjects, according to the alphabetical order. And if the books are a little torn, do you think he throws it out into the street? No, he makes it that he stitches it back, he plasters his back, he puts a beautiful cover. If books are to be taken that much care, like your library, the famous personalities, whether you call it by film actors, politicians, sportsmen, singers, call it by any name, how could you, when they become popular among the people, how could you tear them into pieces? I have never seen what kind of culture. When I was in Japan, they always keep telling me, we learned everything from India. If a famous personality makes a mistake according to the society rules, nobody will come to know. The police and the government talks to him silently, separately, and follows it up with him. Every Swamiji, every ashram, they make a mistake, they go to him and talk to him and make sure that they put him properly. It is not brought into the public life. Can you believe now? What kind of a culture this country is following it? Tearing everybody into pieces. There are drugs and this and that. Stop it. Stop that nonsense. We have made agencies to shut their mouth and silently work. If they want publicity, let them remove their dresses and jump and dance in the street if they want publicity. This is not a culture of the library. Famous personalities are like a library. They have to be protected and taken care, and they have to be guided. How do you tear them into pieces? What kind of culture are you going to give to the next generation? In Japan, no, not a single thing. They are silently kept inside and followed it up. Very, very rare if they refuse to. Otherwise, yes. That follow-up is very, very important. What kind of a TVs are we running? Don't the government have any control? If you lose control, they become loose motion, and then without a single shot being fired, the country will be taken over. What kind of a culture? The TVs and media keep telling that guru is bad, that Hindu guru is bad, and all the Hindus say that guru is bad. If that guru is bad and they follow the media, 100 times said a lie becomes a truth, then are you also wrong? If the guru is bad, you are bad. If your famous personality is bad, you are bad. Whom are you exposing to the world telling our country is bad? If a child is bad, you go around and tell everybody. You change the child. That is the duty of every father and mother and relatives and friends around and the teachers around. Yes. This kind of culture is very, very bad. Father of the library and science, he found out the library is full of nonsense, putting things upside down. He put everything proper order, beautiful shelf. Our famous personalities has been put in beautiful shelf. Yes. And followed it up. Yes. Not tearing them into pieces and screaming. Books are for use. Books are for all, not for only for one. Thence the library is opened by S.R.Ranganathan, sir, so that every public library we can go. I went to the public library. I must have read almost all the books in the public library, in Covent Park, morning till evening, unless 7:30 they catch me by the collar and throw me out. I kept on reading and reading. Yes. So many libraries. I do not want to, because of one instance that I was thrown out from that college because I got up and said that I have not read a single book in my life. Books will make you to penetrate. Books will make you to understand. Books will allow you to, if you are in conscious state. And now there are huge volumes of books. Make it fast reader also. You look at the center of the page and you can scan the whole book like that. Like Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, they say you only read the contents and it says about the whole book. You can also become like a Maharishi. Books which S.R.Ranganathan sir has done is something beautiful. Please go read. Those who do not read are not human beings, according to me. Those who do not read books, do not go to them. They are slaves of the TV and the radio. Go watch the TV and read, because if you do not read the books, put everything in proper order. When you think of something, when you work very hard, you put it in the book form. Our Indus Valley civilization crashed and crushed into pieces because nothing was in written form. Greek civilization flourished. Are we going again the same path in watching the TV and we think everything we know? No, read the book and put it into practice. Father of the library science, S.R.Ranganathan said, books are for use, books are for all. Every book is reader, every reader is book. This is my 192nd shot.